All right. Good morning, guys. All right, today is give me one moment here. We just retested the 15-minute EMA. Uh okay, no trade there. Um we have the pre-market highs and lows. Pre-market highs and lows already established. Give me anyway, today is Thursday, May 22nd. And let's see what we have going on. Okay. So you can see we have highs and lows. Thursday's pre-market highs and lows already established. So I wouldn't take the pre-market high today because you can see as much as we're in a supply zone, we have a bullish order block here. So for this particular trade, if we were to take, oh, let's see, you know what? Let's see how this goes. 9:15. So we just want to make sure that the TP and stop loss is not going to be inside, or those bullish order blocks won't be inside our TP and stop loss. So you can see we have the 30-minute bullish high that's in between our TP and stop loss. It is a little too, it is a bit close to the TP, but anyway, still a red flag. So I wouldn't take this. In any case, I would look to take the pre-market low for today because you can see here, we even have a bullish order block at the bottom here. So what I'll do here is I will mark up, and I think we also have a buy SAR on the 30 minutes. So looking to take a sell here on US 30. And then I think I forgot to reset one of my accounts. Anyway, um, uh, why? Um, so 8:38, the sell would be at 8:48. So as soon as we hit 8:48, I'm taking a sell on US 30 there. Um, on my 10-point account, of course, and then we wait for the 5-second entry. All right, give me one moment. I need to, this is an SAR. I need to check my accounts because I think mm, so, so this is that account. I don't know if this other account is still, shoot. Okay. Uh, I need to sign into something here. Um, Should have done this before, but I forgot. I need to connect one of my accounts to a trade copier uh, before this trade validates, hopefully. Um, Give me a moment here. Hmm. Gotta delete this. That's for US 30, and then I need to create a new copier. Uh-huh. See. Um, um, Hopefully I can get this done before we get an entry. Account. Copier. Copy from this to the US 30 account. Fixed lot. I think this one I'm not copying. Yeah, this one I'm not copying the TP. Trade filters. Copy SAR. Copy EMA. Confirm. Symbol mapping. US 30. Map to US 30. Okay, I think I'm all set with my, I had to add some accounts to my trade copier. I think I'm all set. Yeah, should be all set. Anyway, so this, we're just waiting for this sell entry at the top here. And then, I don't know, maybe did we retest the hourly? Hopefully we didn't miss. Oh, there's a sell going on the hourly, but we have an order block in the way. So give me a moment here. So there's a EMA hourly sell here retest. Only thing with this is that again, like the entry, actually 813. Yeah. So this one price was too close to the order block. So nothing here, but this would have been a good trade. We have the 30-minute bullish low. Well, let's see. Give me a moment here. Yeah, hourly EMA. So we had this bullish order block in the way of stop loss. So yeah, 805. Yeah. 805. This would have been 815. Yeah. So that hourly EMA retest is no good. And I think I don't know why my trading view acts up like this. Anyway, for the EMAs, I think we should be testing the daily EMA at some point, right? Because yeah, we closed below the daily EMA yesterday, I remember on US 30. So we should be testing either the daily EMA 1 and daily EMA 2 is at the bottom, so we already tested that, it looks like. But I do know we closed below the daily on US 30 yesterday. So right now for EMAs, what do we have? For EMAs, okay, there's the entry. So right now I don't want to see a crossover sell. And there I'm entering the 10 point right there. And then I will wait for the 5 second confirmation. So remember, the 10 point is kind of risky, but I'm then waiting for the 5 second. So this is 400, 200 like that. And then I'm waiting for the 5 second entry. So 5 second entry, which is the official trade. And this is SAR. So hopefully, let's see if we can get that. All right, come on, come on. There we go. Should get a 5 second entry. So there, if this candle closes with that red X, I'm taking the trade. So I'm in the trade using the 5 second entry for 1:2. And then let's see how both of these trades go. All right, so pretty good so far. The other one already hit like a 1:1 risk to reward. We just need a nice push to the downside. And there it goes as it closes back down. So we just need a nice continued push. Okay, perfect. And there we go. We should get a nice push here. There it is, full TP on that one. And then full TP on the other one as well. So pretty quick. Or actually, I'm still in the trade, so I'm still trailing stop. I want to get like a big spike like the other day. Okay, full TP on both. So pretty quick entry right here. So at least for today, first trade for the day ended up as a winner. So recovering some of yesterday's losses. And then this was, of course, based off of the 30-minute. So the entry was at 41,838. 41,838. So somewhere around here. So this was the trade we took, which is a winner. Save this for my journal. Okay, perfect. So nice trade to kick off the day, and I hope it copied on my accounts that I just attached. Let's see. Perfect. Yep. Well, let's see. Today's the 22nd. Yep. Nice TP on all accounts. Perfect. 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 Perfect ones. So let's see what else we have. So for this one, all right. So for this one as well, price was pretty close to the to one of the order blocks, but we did to one of the bullish order blocks down here. We did have this bearish ones at the top. So this one was pretty close as well. The order blocks I don't like really are like the ones where you have an order block between, 50% of your TP or like 50% of your stop loss or something. So there was a bullish order block just a little bit close to TP, but we had this bearish order blocks at the top here. Yeah, at the top there. But anyway, let's see if something else lines up. What am I thinking of? We have an hourly. Yeah, but this hourly one is too close to the order blocks because for this, not that. For this hourly one, price is a bit too close to the order blocks. You can see for this one price, the TP and stop loss would be, or the order blocks would be like 50% of our TP and stop loss. So I wouldn't take, there's a sell entry at the top there, but I will not take that one. That one is just a bit too much of a red flag. I think we did close above the 15-minute EMA, right? So I think we have a retest. Actually, no, we didn't close above it. Oh, I mean, we closed above it, but we continued. So there's no EMA entry here. There's no price is coming towards the pre-market high. Again, I won't take this pre-market high because let's see. Let's see how close this is. I think we saw the order block was just a little bit towards TP. So still risky, but let's see what happens when price gets up there. When price, excuse me, touches the pre-market high. Right. So, see. Mm, right. So far nothing really to do. We can have a possible bullish order block. Actually, no, we do not. Never mind. Just thinking of a bullish order block, scalp, but we don't have any buy zones down there. All right. So there goes those two trades we took. I'm sorry, one trade. So this is on just the regular 5 second change of character entry. Got slipped up. The slippage on this main account is crazy. But anyway, got slipped out. It should be like at about 2000, but it is what it is. Then this is my 10-point account, which went for the like the one is to two. Similar to this, should have been 4K. But anyway, 3300 is good enough. So for the week so far, it's been really really decent. So let's see. I think this week I have what? I forget. I have to look at my journal, but this week has been pretty good, same as last week as well. Let's see. Wait, what? Okay. So if we go to the trading journal for the 10-point entry, you can see last week 14K, this week 9K so far. I actually forgot. So, huh. That's because, yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. And then today just made 3K. So what? 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12K for the week so far on the 10-point entry. The other one for the 5 second entry, I think, I forget. I have to switch to that journal. Um, but it's about, I'll see. It should be close by. So let's see if we can lock in another trade or two. So here for this, there is an entry. New SAR established. Okay, so there's this hourly, but this one is a bit too risky, right? So if we look at this one, you can see that as much as we're in a supply zone, right? We have that order block that's literally in the way, that bullish order block. So remember it's literally at the entry. So this one is like an B setup. So if you guys want to take it, feel free. There's that entry, but of course you want to wait for the 10-point. But this one I'm not really, I would if you ask me between this trade and the pre-market high, I would rather take the pre-market high. As much as the pre-market, you see for the pre-market high, price is we do have that order block in the way. However, the order block is like almost 80-90% of the TP, right? While else, this bullish order block for this SAR rejection is literally at the entry. So the probability, if I had to choose between this trade and the pre-market high, I would rather take the pre-market high trade. Also, if you guys can notice, I don't know if you see this pattern here. If you can notice this pattern. So what is this called? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? So if this pattern is to continue, I do expect some sort of rejection at this pre-market high, some sort of pre-market rejection from the pre-market high, come back into the consolidation so it can come back and keep consolidating, or come back to the consolidation, maybe pick up liquidity at this 30-minute bullish area and then break out to the upside. But right, this is that. I think it's an ICT concept or whatever. I think maybe it's also called turtle soup. I don't know. I don't know those ICT concepts, but right, an area of accumulation. It manipulates away from that consolidation, fakes out, and then comes back into the consolidation and then breaks out to the upside. So this is a possible entry. So I would rather take the pre-market high entry if anything. So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Hourly, hourly. Um, Okay, and also the gold trade remember the gold trade we were following from last week? This trade took what? From 13th May. So this trade has taken a week. A week, but it finally hit full TP today. And yesterday, when we were reviewing this, I told you guys that we were in this bullish order block, right? This 4-hour bullish order block. So I did say that if we did close above this bullish order block, which we did, price would spike to the upside. So I still think gold has an upside. The only thing is that if you can see this, and we had talked about this last week, right? It does look like we may be creating what is it? Lower highs and lower lows. So it is possible that actually gold technically is still in a downtrend because it may do this pattern, right? Um, but on the other hand, if we break above here, if we break above this previous high that's right here, so maybe break above it, come back and pick up liquidity there, right? It is possible that gold can turn bullish. But right now, the hourly is in a downtrend, right? Here's another way to visualize that. If you draw, oh, no, that's the wrong one. If you draw trend lines, you can see here, we're in a downtrend for gold. But anyway, so that was a good trade. Only reason I didn't take it, you needed to have $125 TP and stop loss. So for me, gold, like the maximum I even feel comfortable, which is even a stretch for me, is like a $50 TP and stop loss. But yeah, 125 is a bit too much for me. We are Excuse me. We are setting up for a rejection here. You can see we formed a daily SCR rejection here. So if that's the case, then, that can give more credence to gold going back to the downside. But we haven't even tested that SAR. For US 30, you know what? On the daily, we have a buy running here, an SAR levels rejection. But for this particular trade as well, you can already see how big of a TP and stop loss you'd need. You would need like a 2,000 point TP and stop loss. So same thing for US 30. For this trade, you'd be in this trade for maybe a week as well, if not less. And you can see we have bullish order blocks to support you towards the stop loss area or to shield you from stop loss. We also have bearish order blocks at the top here. So this particular setup can be a bunch of consolidation between these two order blocks before a breakout to either side. So again, 2,000 points is too much for me to take for US 30. For me, maximum for US 30, I like going maybe 200 points. So this TP and stop loss would be like 10 points, what I normally do. But again, it's a day. It's an entry on the daily time frame. So that's more of a swing trade as opposed to like intraday. Gold rejection resistance, 30 minutes. Okay, so there is a sell on gold. Actually, no, there isn't. US 30 prime breakout resistance on the hourly. Okay, but we didn't close. If we closed above that, I would have taken it. 4 hour. So there's a 4 hour buy. Let's see. Is it a buy that's running on gold? Yep, there's a 4 hour buy, but this is a SAR levels rejection entry. So if we're going to reject back to the upside on gold, now is the time to reject. But for this trade as well, you would need, now this one is a little better. You need a $70 TP and stop loss. But you can see that. So if we look at the previous daily candle, what did the previous daily candle do? We have a big wick from the upside. So I do expect some sort of rejection from gold right now at this area. But if you do see the previous daily candle, we had this big wick from the downside, right? Only thing with this trade is, again, you don't want bearish order blocks anywhere near your stop loss, because for this, what happens, if it does get to this bearish order block, you know what, there's going to be some sort of rejection. And then if it closes below, you end up getting stopped out. So definitely not a trade I would get. But for a short-term trade, right now is a nice area to buy gold for a nice, uh, 83. Yeah, for a nice maybe 30-minute hold or 1 hour hold because we are rejecting off of the bottom wick of the previous daily, I'm sorry, of the previous 4 hour candle. But yeah, so for this particular one, I really don't like that setup on gold. Okay, so we are getting to that level on US 30, right? So 901, 911. So the sell on US 30 would literally have been on the top right here. But again, for this particular one, I would recommend you guys to wait for the pre-market high and low. But the entry would have been right here at 911, literally at that top right there. Um, but we'll just wait for the next setup. But this was a nice this if we didn't have those bullish order blocks at the top there, this is a nice sell. But just gotta stick to the trading rules and just keep waiting for the next setup. We also have an hourly EMA, but again, for this hourly EMA, let's see. I do see some order blocks here. So we've closed above the hourly on US 30. So we have a possible buy on US 30 on this hourly EMA. However, we need to see how far, because I do see some bearish order blocks around the entry. Yeah, so for this one as well, as much as price can come and retest this hourly EMA, you can already see that unless we keep pushing back to the downside such that this hourly EMA, and typically since the EMA is a lagging indicator and it's moving. So if we come back down, I just need this hourly EMA because you can see now it changed from red to green, meaning we closed above it and it has a X at the end of it, meaning that it hasn't been retested. So if price pushes down, this EMA is going to get pushed down. So all I just need, and we have this bullish order block. So my anticipation is that we push this EMA back down to this bullish order block. And then that way, our TP, or we are away from this 15-minute bearish order block that's right here. So we'll see how this one will turn out. Yeah, so that trade would have been a nice trade because you see here, I think if we didn't have that order block, because we would have sold at this high here. Man, these order blocks are messing up. See, this would have been a nice win for both the 1:2. For the 1:1, let's see how this would have. For the 1:1, it would have won as well. But yeah, that order block really, really messed up that trade setup for us. So that would have been a nice win. But anyway, we just have to wait for the next one, which is at the pre-market high. Um, Okay, pre-market high has been tested. Man, every time I look at my phone, did we reach the 10 point? 10 points is 913, 923. So 923. So the sell is at the top there. So let's see if it comes back up. So the sell is right here. Okay, give me one moment for this particular one. Okay, is this, so this is the pre-market. So pre-market, I will take it right here. Then I will wait for the 5-second entry. But for the pre-market entries, I'm not copying them to my accounts first. Right now, I'm only copying the SAR and EMA rejection scalps. I need a little bit more statistics for the pre-market entries. But the 10 point for the pre-market is right there. I'm just gonna wait for the 5-second entry as well. So we'll see. We'll see if we get the 5-second entry, which should be hopefully somewhere here. Come on, need to push down some. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Nope, it didn't close. It needs to close with an X. So I think it's gonna be this candle. Okay, so there's the 5-second one, which is right there. So that's the entry for the 5-second. And we'll see how this goes. Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. Come on, just gotta get some more pushes right here. There we go. Need a big push. Keep in mind we do have a bullish order block somewhere here close to TP, right? So just keep that in mind. We just need a big spike to the downside. Hopefully we are able to get that. But there is a bullish order block, 921.7. So this is 921. Um, okay. Let's see. Come on. All right, I like this rejection here. We just need a nice, if we get a big spike to the downside, we should correct back into that consolidation. But the only thing, right, keep in mind we do have this bullish order block that's right there. Let's see. This is a rejection scalp. Okay, I think we're getting that rejection. Just need this to keep pushing. Perfect. All right, full TP on that one. I'm still holding on and my trailing stop is actually still going. So I'm still in profit. I'm still in this trade. Okay, I got tapped out of that one account. I'm still in this other account for the 10 point. But again, another full TP on that one. So these are the days I was looking for. Is like as much as we lost 1.5% yesterday, we are back at 1.5% gain for the day. So let's see. I hope my 10-point entry hits tip. It should. We should get back into that consolidation, right? So we should be able to follow this pattern here. This pattern right here, and I am almost at TP. There it is. And my trailing stop is trailing. So up 4K, 42, 43. I need a big spike. Maybe, come on. Yes, perfect. And I'm out of that trade. All right. So Perfect trades for the day. I had a good feeling about today, but yeah, so again, a nice, amazing trade for today. So keep in mind this pattern that I drew for you guys. Let me take a screen grab of this for my journal. Okay, perfect. And there we go. Just back into that consolidation as we talked about. If right, we would have had 3 wins, 3 back-to-back wins today, right? If this hourly entry right here would have if we didn't have that order block there, this would have literally been 3 back-to-back wins. Do, 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 do. Perfect. What a day. Nice. All right. So, again, the second trade. So this one actually the slippage worked in my favor and my trailing stop actually kicked in pretty nicely because of that big push. So on my regular account, well, I'm sorry, not regular because both of them are. But on the account, gold rejection support on the no entry. On the 5 second entry account, 4K, so made 2,300 on the second trade. On the 10-point account, this one as well, at least slippage worked in my favor this time, and my trailing stop kicked in 7,500. So for the day so far, 11,500. And again, I'm copying on my other account, so it's definitely more than that. So we'll see. We'll see if we get another trade. It's only 10:15, so far so good. And I don't know why I'm even feeling tired, but so let's see what other entry we have. So we already know that the pre-market entry has hit. Mm, 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 mm. Give me a second. Mm, mm. Okay. What chart? I'm trying to change chart here. Audrey, I think I see you in the chat. For those prop firms that they have the 5 minute like top one, they have the 5 minute. You should hold your trades at least for 5 minutes. I think for that one, especially with the 10 point entry, so 10:07 till 10:13 ish. So I think for those ones, it's better to go for maybe a 1:5. So not really exiting when I'm exiting, but if you enter them, just do like a 1:5 risk to reward. And then you can set a timer for like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Sometimes price is definitely gonna come back, to stop loss and all, but normally, especially for the 10 point entry, you're getting in at ideally almost at the high or almost at the low. So most of the times, like for this particular one, it was a 1:2. So if you had like a 5 minute or 6 minute timer, uh 6 minute would be like 14. So you'd exit the trade somewhere here. So you'd exit like maybe even at a one, sometimes at a 1:2.5 or 1:3, or sometimes if you're lucky, right, price to have kept spiking in your direction. But I think we can still take the rejection scalps on the top one accounts, but we just need to hold the trades a little longer and mostly enter the 10 point entry and not the 5 second change of character entry. And I think long term that would be pretty profitable. Yeah, or scalping prop firms. Like I've been thinking about futures trading, but futures are good as well. And I don't know. I'll think about it. But I enjoy trading on MT4. But futures are, anyway, it's just a different platform. But for me, mostly I want to take advantage of the trailing stop because like Trade Locker, like I don't like trading on Trade Locker because I'm unable to set a trailing stop unless there's a way, which I can't find. But I'm unable to do the trailing stop. Even on future, I think on futures you can do a trailing stop. But I really haven't even looked at futures like that. But yeah, we need FTMO to come back. FTMO to come back to the US. So let's see. Honestly, what time is it? 10:20. I don't think since we've already had this volatility, and you can see we are back in that range we talked about, right? We are back in that accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So we are probably going to come down. So, and again, look at what we have here. And I wish do we have a buy entry on US 30? So we already know we are done trading the pre-market entries for today, unless all of a sudden price comes to this pre-market low. But if we look for the EMA entry, okay, so if we do get this EMA entry on the hourly, this would be a this would actually be a nice buy because you know why I say that? If we go on, like, for example, this cleaner chart, somewhat cleaner chart, do you see this wick? Again, I love looking at wicks. You see this big wick on the 15 minute? So we know we have buyers sitting here, and I don't know if we have a demand zone. So we have buyers sitting at the bottom, towards the bottom third of that wick. So which lines up with what? It lines up with the hourly EMA. So if we do get a retest of the hourly EMA, um, that should be a nice trade setup, to be honest, for a buy. Because honestly, I don't think we are going to. I think we're just gonna stay in consolidation maybe until the afternoon. And what day is it? So let me see. I think so far the only days that I've found based off of my trading results that I ran big losses on was CPI. So no, no, not CPI, FOMC. So FOMC, I think last this FOMC, which is what has caused my profits to be on the 5 second entry have been, I think on the 5 second entry, I'm only up 4,000 for the month. So actually adding today, I'm up 8,000 for the month, which is not bad. But on CPI, no, FOMC day, which is I think the first Wednesday of every month, the one with a press conference, I think I lost $7,000. So without that, I would be up about 11,000 for the month so far. So I think going forward, maybe I'll just do one more. I think the next FOMC, I'll still trade it. If it's still a terrible day for me, going forward, the only day I'll probably not be taking the rejection scalps is FOMC. I like the NFP. NFP has been profitable as much as I missed the last NFP because I forgot. Hourly. Okay, wait, never mind. So wait. So we are so on the hourly, let me see. So on the 15 minute, we don't have any entry. Give me one moment. Okay, so on the hourly, I was talking too much. Shoot, missed that trade. 820, 810. Ah, man, we missed that. Missed that trade. The 5 second is still, so the 5 second is here. So the 5 second is right there. Ah, God, this happened so fast. Ah, man. Sorry, guys. I was talking too much. I forgot price was coming in heavily. So the 10-point entry was there. Man, 10-point entry was there. And the 5 second entry was there. This is my bad. I was distracted with my FOMC speaking. Those would have been the trades. The 5 second one came back, so it is what it is. I don't want to FOMO. I'm not gonna FOMO into anything. If you missed it, you miss it. You can choose. We do have buyers sitting here, so maybe we'll see. At the very least, maybe if price comes back to this entry for the 10 point. But anyway, for me, if I miss a trade, I just forget about it. But so looks like even yeah, for the 5 second we would have lost it, and even for the 10 point we would have lost it. So actually, probably it was good me being distracted and talking because looks like both trades would have lost. Um, but this was based off of the hourly. But we do have buyers sitting here. Like either way, we do have buyers that are sitting here. So it's actually good that I was distracted because we would have lost. Uh, but we do have buyers sitting here. If we did have an 30 minute, we already retested it. So I this 30-minute rejection, we already retested this 30-minute EMA, but this I think is the better buy. But unfortunately, we had already retested it. So I don't trade any EMAs that have already been retested. Anyway, let me go back to my talking for the FOMC. I don't think there's any other entry right here unless we form an SAR levels rejection. But I do expect buying pressure on US 30 right here. We should have buying pressure. Like if this 30-minute wasn't retested already, this would have been a nice area to buy US 30. Because again, as I was telling you guys, if you look at the wick, we have a big wick at the bottom here, like this big wick on the 15-minute. So it tells us there are buyers, and I think that was the only area of demand. Like you remember when I was talking about the bottom third of that wick, but unfortunately we don't have any other entry there for it. But yeah, so NFP has been profitable. CP CPI, I normally trade CPI days because normally I think the issue with FOMC is that it comes in the afternoon. So normally the day before you expect some sort of low liquidity in the market. And then the day of FOMC, the one with the press conference, you expect a bunch of manipulation or just trending market. So remember, the rejection scalps are literally counter trending. You're not trading with a trend, you're actually catching reversals. So I think that's why I got burned on CPI. Um, Yeah, that's why I got burned on CPI. And I think yeah, I have it here. So if we go to my other trading journal here, you'll see that, yeah, CPI this Wednesday. So I ended up with three. So remember, I cut myself off at three back-to-back losses. So I had a win with an EMA rejection scalp in the morning. Then I had a loss for an EMA rejection scalp. So at this point, I came back to break even for the day. Then I had three back-to-back losses based off of an SAR rejection scalp. And you can see the losses here were pretty heavy because of, so I should have only lost 6K, but I ended up losing 7K because of slippage, because of the price action. So without this, like if we do the filter for this month of May 2025, so this journal is from like 2023. So from 2025, May 2025, you can see I'm up 4K plus the 4K we made today, which I haven't updated on my journal, is 8K for the month. So yeah, and this year, like literally this year I've been up 44K, right? So this year, if we look at the growth for this account is 44K. Started off with a little bit of drawdown, especially due to some uh, changing of strategies, etc. But you can see this year I've been consistent in just getting this account back up. So I was trading a bunch of strategies on this account. That's why nowadays I just want to focus on the EMA and SAR and pre-market high and low rejection scalp. So for this year, you can see I was trading SAR rejection scalp, EMA rejection scalp, SAR levels break, trend line plus SAR rejection, SAR levels rejection, manipulation, order block rejection scalp, and rejection plus breakout. But if I just filter out the rejection scalps, order block rejection scalp, SAR rejection scalp, EMA rejection scalp, and the pre-market rejection scalp, which is what I'm only focusing on right now going forward. You can see I would just, if I had just traded that this year, I would be up 50,000 for this year, but it's fine, right? So that's why we just go ahead and change things up. So right now the focus is only three rejection scalps: SAR, EMA, and pre-market high and low. So I'm not trading the order block rejection scalps from next month. And you can, is that US 30 or was I looking at gold? I think I was looking at gold. So look at gold. Remember what we talked about here? What was it on the daily, I think? Yep. No, on the 4 hour. Remember when I was talking, same thing we're talking about US 30 right now, what's happening. I told you guys gold will reject from that low, from that low of the previous day because we have a big wick, right? So you can see how gold has pushed up. Um, Unfortunately, there was no entry. I haven't traded, I literally haven't traded gold in maybe a month, but there was no entry for gold for me to even, mark up for you guys. The only one is like this one that we had talked about for a $70 TP and stop loss right here. No, is it 70? I think we'd say it's 70 or something. Yeah. $70 TP and stop loss that I think we were saying was, yeah, because this, I remember talking about this order block was in the way because I remember doing the markup of price can come down, close down below it, and all of that. But yeah, this was a short term. Remember when I'd said, like, if you take this buy at the bottom here, it's a trade you could have held on for the next hour or so because you do expect some sort of rejection at that level. There's a 15-minute sell here on US 30. Only thing, right? It's a EMA. What time is it? 30. On the 30-minute time frame, are we in a, let me see. Okay. So on the 30 minutes, so we're not missing anything. On the 30-minute time frame, on the 15-minute time frame, we're in a demand area, right? Because what I was hoping to get here is an EMA rejection entry. Because as soon as we closed below that 15-minute EMA, I'm pretty sure the EMA changed to red with a X on it. And then we just retested it, yeah. And also the 30-minute. But you can see we are in an area of demand. So we are sitting at the bottom of that wick of that previous bullish candle that was there. So definitely there is a sell going on, but I wouldn't take it. It doesn't meet one of the confluences, which is when you're selling, make sure you're in a red zone. When you're buying, make sure you are in a green zone. So unless we, so here you can see we are back in the range, right? Look at that. So we are literally back in the range. So where can US 30, if US 30 is to follow this pattern, where would you expect it to reject from? You see this 4-hour bullish high right there. So because that's like the bottom of the range. So maybe that's even an area to take an order block rejection scalp. I really haven't taken order block rejection scalps. Excuse me. I haven't taken order block rejection scalps in a minute. They're not as profitable and they really don't come in quite often. But there is an order block rejection scalp. Let's see what we want to do here. Do we actually no, because you can see there's no demand zone within this order block, right? So within this 4-hour bullish high, it's actually in no man's land. So it's in a white zone. So we do not have anything here on the 15 minute. On the 4-hour, we do have that level of demand. So we do have, it's a 4-hour order block. So as much for me, I just like charting on the 15 minute. But if we go to the 4-hour itself, we do have a demand zone in there. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So wait, wait. 8:45, 9:30. Okay, so it hasn't been tested before or since market open. So what I'll do here, I will put an alert at 720.5 and we'll see how this goes. We shall see how this goes. I think I've only taken one order block rejection scalp because if we go to my statistics here, order block rejection scalp. Oh, I've actually taken two and both of them have lost. So you can see the win rate of the order block rejection scalp is kind of low. Well, it's even in the negative, but let's see. Let's see how this comes in right here. I want to see the price action if we do get there. So we have about 26 more minutes before the end of the session or morning trading session. So let's see if this does validate. Let's see. Right? So you guys can see the beauty of especially the 10-point entry, right? So this entry we entered here, this one was literally we entered at the high, right? And look at that big move to the downside. It's like a 200-point move to the downside. So this 10-point entries are really, really amazing. Let's see what we get here. All right, so for this one is a little tricky, but let's see. So we already know the order block rejection scalp doesn't have too good of a win rate. Um, so if you've already taken the other two wins with me, you can either you can either lower your risk or right depending on the risk to reward you took, like you'd still, yeah. So for this one, let's see. Let's see if it even validates before 11. And we still also have the pre-market low that's somewhere down there. But I do expect if US 30 is to reverse back and complete this markup I've put right here, this is the place for it to do that reversal because it would come back into the consolidation and then probably push up for a breakup or breakout. And I think this is one of the best areas to get. So we haven't gotten a 15-minute SAR rejection. So remember, we want to pay attention to when we get the 15-minute SAR rejection after market open. So this would be a perfect time to get a 15-minute because we haven't had it in like 3 hours. So this would be a perfect area to get a 15 minute because if I do get that, man, I'll probably even write that for 100 points and not even trail my stop. So let's see. This would be like ideally, like quite literally, this would be the perfect place to get a 15-minute SAR rejection. Hmm. Also, for the people who are bold enough, I just got this email from Alpha Trader. I've never traded with them, but uh, they just launched $1 million challenge. This is, I think I was looking, they've been sending me a bunch of emails lately, but they just launched I don't even know. I, I don't even know what platforms they use, but they just launched like $1 million challenge, if I'm not wrong. Oh, is it this one? Yeah. This is crazy. It's on Trade Locker. $2,500. Let's see. You know what? That's actually, let's see. No, actually never. That's actually cheap. $1 million challenge. It's actually cheap because the average 100, unless, and again, I'm terrible at math, but as much as we be doing trading, uh, let's see. That's what I thought. It's yeah, 100,000 is 10 times. Okay, I don't even know. I had to calculate. Anyway, this is actually cheap because 100K challenge is on average $500. So 500 times 10 is $5,000, right? So this challenge is actually, so this is like paying $249 for a 100K account. Because if you go to there, and again, I'm not affiliated with them, but it's just an email I received from them. But I'm just doing the math. I like doing the math to see if something is worth it. Only thing they probably do, I think I was looking at them yesterday. They don't allow copy trading. Like for me, I execute from an MT4 account, so they don't. I think what maybe they allow copy trading during challenge phase. Let's see. So you see here, a 100K account is $500, right? So the $1 million account is actually cheap. This is pretty cheap, but I don't know if it's one step. I don't know how many steps they are. Uh, Interesting. Where was I? No, wait. Mm, mm, I don't know. I don't know how many steps they have. Instant funding is huh. Uh, FAQ. I don't think you can copy trade. I was looking at this yesterday and I literally I cannot trade on Trade Locker like as my master account. It's like it's where is it? We understand the many traders, phase one and phase two. So you can copy trade phase one and phase no, phase one and phase two, copy trading. Okay. Yeah, so I can't even go for them because my main account, I have to copy trade from my main account to all other accounts. At the very least on the challenge phase. At the very least on the challenge phase, I have to copy trade. Like I can manually trade, even though it would mess up even my regular entries. But I can handle a problem. Like top one allows you to copy trade during the challenge phases. Doesn't really allow you to copy trade during the funded phase, which is annoying. Uh, Let me, because here it says this includes mirroring trades from other accounts, third-party signals, or any form of trade automation that replicates another trader's strategy. Man, this is annoying. But this one is actually pretty cheap. $1 million account for $2,500. Pretty cheap. If they allowed copy trading or for me to copy, I would go for it. But I don't know what the parameters are. I don't think it's an instant. Wait, am I tripping? Why does the price keep fluctuating? Okay. If it's an instant funded account, I would still get it for that price. But anyway, I'll try and email them and see, especially for the copy trading. But yeah, for $1 million account, like literally for $1 million account, because my accounts are, well, the accounts I normally take here like 200K accounts. So times five. So like literally today would have been 35K. 30, actually, I said what I made 11K. So 11 times five would have been 55K on $1 million account. That's crazy. But yeah, we'll see. I'll ask them if I can copy my from my master account, and I would literally go for that. For 2,500, that's pretty cheap to be honest for that size of account. Let's see, what time is it? It's 10:47. Mhm. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah, all this prof. Yeah, they have like funny rules. It's like, I mean, at the very least, they should allow copy trading on the challenge phase, so long as you're copying from your own account. I mean, I get having other people trading for you and all of that. They probably don't want that, but it's like because the modern trader has like maybe challenges or accounts on like five different platforms or even two different platforms. And if you're a manual trader and you're scalping like me, like you're literally unable to enter the same. If I had one account on one side and the other account on one side, and you see like sometimes I enter on the 5 second time frame, like just being having a delay of 1 second can mean either me getting stopped out on one account and winning the other or something. So um just annoying. But yeah, but that cost is cheap. I'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Um, let's see. Let's see. What was I doing? All right. So 9 more minutes before we get to 11, and that will be it at the very least for the morning session. Mm, Okay. So let's see. Uh, so this one would even be order block. So what we don't want to see here is a crossover. So this is close. It's close to 11. Uh, so if we get a crossover buy before tapping that area, then that wouldn't be a trade. So let's see what happens. I, uh, so I'm still watching it. Uh, yeah, there's a bunch of selling pressure here. Let's see. Having those rejections. I want to see bullish candles holding. Okay, so the crossover buy has already happened, I think, in this candle. Yeah. So we got the crossover buy before we tapped the 10-point threshold, right? So anytime we get, remember, price has to always come to us first before forming a crossover, buy or sell. So since right here we are looking to buy, or we are looking to buy based off of this order block rejection area, we always want price to get to the 10-point threshold first before going into the direction we expect it to get. So given this, that will be it for today's live session. Unless we form like it would be so nice if we formed like a 15-minute SAR rejection, but it's almost 11. So um, yeah, we are not even forming any SARs here. So yeah, so for this trade, not in this trade. Um, I would have gotten into it if price came to the 10-point threshold first, but you can see we already got a crossover buy, and then we ended up getting a crossover sell here. And we do have a bunch of selling. I do see that selling pressure. Yeah, so I'm hoping maybe we can get a 15-minute SAR rejection in the next 3 minutes, but I don't. We'll see. We'll see. There's still actually not 3 minutes, 2 minutes now. So we'll see. Uh, 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 uh. Man, look at that push. Uh, uh, uh. Man, today I don't know. We missed out on two trades. Not missed out. Like the that one hourly SAR rejection, and then the other one, right? Man, this would have been a nice trade to win. But anyway, the red flag with this trade is this one, right? If we hadn't created this crossover buy right here, we would have taken that trade, and the entry was the entry was like where? Down here. Man, let's see. Yeah, it was somewhere down here, but it is what it is. Good trades overall, good day overall. And that's pretty much it for the day. So it's almost 11 in like 20 seconds. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to send them out in the Discord. Today was definitely a great trading day. And we'll see. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of